Hello and welcome to this hands-on lab, which is a continuation to the previous Elastic Beanstalk session. So in this session, we will modify the downloaded Node application from AWS, and we will change the background color from green to some other color, maybe blue, we'll see that, and then upload and deploy the sample app after zipping it, okay? And then it will be interesting to observe as to what is the behavior of Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, so I've already opened it up in my development environment, which is Visual Studio Code. And this is the index.html page. So this is the page that we see. So this is the index.html page. And the background color, so you don't need to understand this. We'll understand our own Node application going forward. But this is where styling is done. You see, this is the style tab, not the tab, tag rather, okay? So this is where we have the background color green, okay? This is the definition of the background color. Let us try and change it to blue, okay? Wonderful. Let us save this. Great. And now we will basically zip this application and try and upload. For that, okay, this is the application where we were. We have already changed the index.html, and let me delete the zip so that when I zip it, there is no conflict. Compress, yes. There it is. Great. In our Elastic Beanstalk, we have one application version, sample application. Let us upload another application version, and by default, it has the version label has increased to 1. That is sample application 1. Choose the file, which is going to be this file. NodeJS 2.zip, and upload. Now what it will do is, when we actually created the application, by default this sample application was uploaded in application version. We have uploaded another version of sample application, and that's why it is called sample application 1. Now this application version is already deployed in this environment. So this environment has this version deployed. Can we deploy this version of application, which is slightly changed with a blue color background, to this environment? Let us see. Deploy. The only environment available to us is the default environment. If we had created another environment, we could have deployed this sample application, new sample application, to another environment as well. It wasn't stopping us. Environment URL is going to be same, through which we can access the application deploy. So it is deploying. Okay. I'm pausing it, and we'll see what happens once it is deployed. It has already started showing errors, so I don't think I need to pause. It was fast. See what it says? The configuration file _ Mac OS X. Where did this come from? We never added this configuration file. And if we go to our code, there's nothing called _ Mac OS X. It is saying _ Mac OS X NodeJS 2.eb extension, but there's no _ Mac OS X. So Mac OS by default creates this folder, and this is a problem, a big and known problem, while zipping folders on Mac. So I will never recommend doing this through UI. We can use command line to zip this folder, and we will exclude this _ Mac OS X. As simple as this. All right, great. So terminal, new terminal. Okay. The command I've already mentioned here is zip -r. I'm going to name this zip dir.zip. It is completely up to you, whatever you want to name it. And what do you want to zip? The current folder. And in Linux or Mac, dot indicates the current folder. 2 dots indicate the previous folder. Okay. So the current folder dot. Remove -x. What underscore Mac OS X. I'll repeat what is happening here. We are zipping this folder, which is indicated by dot, by naming it dir.zip and removing underscore Mac OS X from the zip. Let us see what happens. Here you go. You have this created now. Now let us try and upload this new version first of all. By default, it is saying sample application 2, incremental in nature. Choose file. And now this is in here, NodeJS 2. Okay. Because if you remember, we created the zip inside the application. Okay. Upload. So sample application 2 is uploaded. We have 3 sample applications. Now we started with 1. You see we have started playing with Elastic Beanstalk. And let us deploy this now to the same environment, of course, because that's the only one available to us. And what is the current status? It is still green. And just give me a moment here. I wanted to see. Okay, cool. We are deploying this to the current environment. Click on deploy. The deployment to my first EBS app environment started successfully. See events page. Okay, so things are moving. Fingers crossed. Let us see if the error that we faced because of this folder underscore Mac OS X is resolved or not, because we have removed it from our zip. So I'll pause it and we'll resume the video once it is either deployed or we have an error. Okay, it took a little bit of time, but I believe it's done because the final message I see is environment health has transitioned from info to OK. So let us go to this. Yes, it is green. What do you see will happen when we click here? Will you get the green background or the blue background that we have changed it to? Let us see. Blue one. So what you have done essentially is you have updated the application version and deployed this application version on the existing environment. You could have done it from here as well. In application version, first you upload it and then you deploy it. Okay. Upload and deploy is available in one shot here. So if you modify it again and choose file and then upload and deploy it here, it can actually upload the application version to this location, sample application 3, and it will deploy the latest version here. Okay. You can also do another thing. You can create, okay, so this is your application. You can create another environment with this application. Okay. My first web app -env-1 because the application is same. And then you will have 2 environments and you have 2 working application versions. Okay. This one we can remove. 2 working application versions, and if you create another environment with this application by going forward with this, okay, two versions, application versions, and two environment. You can deploy any version to any environment. It's completely up to you. That's how flexible Elastic Beanstalk is. So that's pretty much it. And I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.